Hello, my YouTube family. Real quick, I'm going to show you how I do my bananas. I usually buy a lot of bananas at one time, and they're kind of green usually, and then once they get a few spots on them, I'll bag them up. So you can see I have bought several bananas. I've ate quite a few of these for lunch, but real quick, just bagging bananas for green smoothies. That way you'll just have a awesome supply of them ready to go when you want your green smoothies in the morning. And again, because there's so many, you can do this once a month, and then you'll have plenty for each day. I usually leave them whole because I want to gauge how much I'm eating. Like the small bananas are 70 calories, and then the bigger ones go up depending on the size of them. These are kind of little, aren't they? So when I make a smoothie of these, I probably use 1.5. But it's always easy, of course, to peel your bananas before you freeze them. And really, I don't think I have any, maybe one, but for the most part, every green smoothie I make has a frozen banana in the recipe. So again, depending on where you buy your bananas. Now, it's good to eat as much organic as possible, and there's a list that tells us which produce is grown with a lot of pesticides. There is a list, you can Google it, and it's called the Dirty Dozen. And those are like the 12 that you should absolutely buy organic. And then the ones that's maybe kind of, sort of, other. Bananas is not the Dirty Dozen. So for the most part, I buy them organic sometimes, but it's not a crucial thing for bananas for me. I don't know, maybe it's, I think I'm protected by the skin. I don't know, but I don't usually buy organic bananas often. But I do sometimes. And there's a big difference. You can tell a big difference in the flavor, I'll be honest. But because it's not on the list, and then I'm usually putting it in with a lot of healthy greens, I don't know. But use your judgment. Of course, more organic as possible. Now look at all this good stuff that could go in your compost bin. You can throw that in your compost. What I'm going to do now is just put it in a bag. And what I've been doing with my compost lately is burying it out in a plot of land outside that I want my garden in next year. And I'm just going to let it marinate all year long in that spot. All my compost, I add grass to it when I cut the grass, and then leaves, and I'm just going to keep doing that. And then next year, where my garden is this year, which didn't do well because the ground is so hard, I'm going to move it to that spot next year, and hopefully with all this good compost, the ground will be softer, and then it'll have all these nutrients that will make it grow that much faster. So anyway, just wanted you to see my routine that I usually do. Once a month, I bag up like 30 bananas, and that way I have, see, these are bigger, so this is probably 85, 90 calories if you count calories per banana, and then I'd use only one for these. And to get that to fit, it's okay if I break it. I know that is just one by itself, but I usually like to leave them whole so I can have that number. Let all the air out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish doing the rest of these and put them in the freeze. And depending on how many you have, you can always date it. Like today is what? The 19th. To make sure that you're using the older or new bananas. Okay, before we go, I'm going to do a shout out for my book. I know y'all seen some other videos on it. Remember, I wrote a novella this year. It's called Dream Zone. It's 117 pages. It's a nice size type on there, easy to read, getting real good comments. There's other pictures or illustrations in here, and I did all of those too. But really good read, and I want you to read it. So look in the section below to see how to order. Peace and blessings to you. Bye.